Hi, my name is Mary Sherman. I'm at the St. Helena Public Library in Napa Valley, California, and I'm reading a passage from To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. This book was challenged in Mississippi, Louisiana, and California because it concerned rape and it was about racial issues. This is page 86. Atticus sighed. I'm simply defending a Negro. His name's Tom Robinson. He lives in that little settlement beyond the town dump. He's a member of Calpurnia's church, and Cal knows his family well. She says they're clean living folks. Scout, you aren't old enough to understand some things yet, but there's been some high talk around town to the effect that I shouldn't do much about defending this man. It's a peculiar case. It won't come to trial until summer session. John Taylor was kind enough to give us a postponement. If you shouldn't be defending him, then why are you doing it? For a number of reasons, said Atticus. The main one is, if I didn't, I couldn't hold my head up in town. I couldn't represent this county in the legislature, and I couldn't even tell you or Jem not to do something again. You mean if you didn't defend that man, Jem and me, wouldn't have mind you anymore? That's about right. Why? Because I could never ask you to mind me again, Scout. Simply by the nature of the work, every lawyer gets at least one case in his lifetime that affects his personality. This one's mine, I guess. You might hear some ugly talk about it at school, but do one thing for me if you will. Just hold your head high and keep those fists down. No matter what anyone says to you, don't you let them get your goat. They're fighting with your head. Try fighting with your head for a change. It's a good one, even if it does resist learning. Atticus, are we going to win? No, honey. Then why? Simply because we were licked 100 years ago before we started is no reason for us not to try to win, Atticus said. You sound like Cousin Ike Finch, I said. Cousin Ike Finch was from Macon County, sole surviving Confederate veteran. He wore General Hood type beard of which he was inordinately vain. At least once a year, Atticus, Jem, and I called on him, and I would have to kiss him. It was horrible. Jem and I would listen respectably to Atticus, and Cousin Ike rehashed the word. Tell you, Atticus, Cousin Ike would say, the Missouri Compromise was what licked us. But if I had to go through it again, I'd walk every step of the way. And every step back, just like I did before and afterwards, we'd whip him this time. Now, in 1864, when Stonewall Jackson came around, I beg your pardon, young folks, oh, blue light was in heaven then. God rest his saintly bottle.